Now, Sheffield, it's famous for many things, isn't it? Steel industry, sports teams and green spaces. But did you know the city is now one of only 2 places in the country that has, wait for it, a Paternoster lift?
Paternoster lift.
And that as well, a Paternoster
Easy for me to
lift.
say. It's a lift which has no door and moves continually without stopping at floor levels. Riding it at the University of Sheffield is a rite of passage for students. Former student Mark Ansell returned for a look.
It can be seen for miles around. The Arts Tower is the tallest university building in the country. But it's what's inside that's most exciting, the world's longest Paternoster lift. It's a lift, but not as you know it. No doors, no buttons, and no stopping. It continuously rotates, with each cabin suspended like carriages on a Ferris wheel.
It's part of the listing of the building, but also students love it and it really makes the building work. When the Paternoster is out of service, which we take it down for planned maintenance periodically, the building really does suffer. It doesn't work as well.
Late Victorians invented the Paternoster lift, but it didn't reach the heights of popularity until the 1960s. Subsequent health and safety legislation saw their popularity plummet, but the University of Sheffield kept theirs.
Nobody ever forgets the Paternoster. You know, once you've been up in it and moved around, it's very special. It's very sort of momentous kind of way of moving through a building, which is much better than using a staircase or using a normal lift.
Using the Paternoster lift requires a leap of faith. But once you're on, it's actually an uplifting experience. And for students at the University of Sheffield, riding the Paternoster is a rite of passage.
I'm from a different university from before, so there was nothing like this anywhere else I've been. So it's quite a unique thing to Sheffield.
You can get from the bottom of the Arts Tower to the top, often sometimes quicker than taking the conventional lift.
Now, you're probably starting to wonder the same thing we did towards the end of filming. You know, about going over the top. As it's discouraged, we put a small camera on board to show you what it looks like so you don't have to do it yourself. The Arts Tower does have conventional lifts, but the Paternoster is here to stay thanks to its listed status, moving people up in the world for generations to come. Mark Ansell, BBC Look North, Sheffield.
A listed lift, who'd have thought?
Yeah, don't know how I would cope with one of those, actually.
Not
Here, of
very well,
course.
I don't think.
I want to know all about this Paternoster lift. Where do you find them?
It's very unique.
Right,